Today's subscription spot. Yes, indeed, we are looking at another box from the folks over at Collector's Case. This is the Collector's Case for January 2017. A happy new year and happy 2017 from the folks over at The Collector's Case. Head over to www.thecollectorscase.com if you'd like to subscribe to one of the largest subscription box services on the market. You can also follow them on Facebook at facebook.com/The Collector's Case. Head over to Twitter and also at Instagram at the Collectors_Case on Twitter and The Collector's Case on Instagram. Let's go ahead and get this opened up and find out what we got from the 2017 box and the Collector's Case. Somebody actually asked me once why it says 196 on the front. That's actually just my suite address at my mailbox. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to use Hank here, and we're going to cut the seal on the front and find out what's inside from the Collector's Case. As simple as just cutting the paper tape on the front. There we go. I don't see visibly any paper tape on the sides, but I do see their mascot. What again do you think he's doing? Delivering knives? Somebody once said that's the Riddler. Maybe he's delivering around a case of riddles. Only that which Batman can solve, and perhaps the Boy Wonder. Let's see though what we got inside from Collector's Case. I always generally take the paper out just so it's not blocking the view of anything. You don't want anything blocking this while we look at the goodness inside. The first thing we will look at is a t-shirt featuring Dark Horse Comics. 30 years of Dark Horse Comics. And there is the Dark Horse Knight featured on the front there, their logo. I always loved the logo of Dark Horse. I didn't read a lot of Dark Horse when I was younger. I got more into Dark Horse Comics later on in my comic reading and collecting. That's a very nice t-shirt though, nonetheless. We've got a spoiler card. I don't want to look at that. Of course I don't, so I'm going to put that to the side. Keep that as a surprise. Next, we have a Game of Thrones Stark Sigil mug. Certainly as we are on the hiatus right now of Game of Thrones, clamoring for some new Game of Thrones stuff. I really hope we don't get a short season. I know that's the ongoing news that we're hearing. I really hope, though, we don't get a very short season from the next upcoming season of Game of Thrones. But there's the Winter is Coming Stark mug. Dishwasher and microwavable safe. Or microwave safe, that's good. Official HBO licensed product. I could have actually had my morning coffee in that. The coffee mug I ended up using was my Superman mug, which is equally cool, but yes, for winter is coming. Winter is kind of here right now in Canada, but not really much. We're having mild winters. You ask some people, though, there's no such thing as global warming. But nonetheless, I can have that maybe for my future cups of coffee. I know I'm not a big coffee drinker, but I tend to drink it before I go to work, or I might drink it before I start reviewing, just to have some morning coffee buzz. Inside as well, very, very nice. A Game of Thrones Legacy Collection White Walker from the folks over at Funko. This is figure number 4. The back of the package. Other figures were available in this series. Jon Snow, Tyrion Lannister, the Hound, White Walker, Daenerys Targaryen, and Ned Stark. There's also a Gentle Giant Studios production, a collaboration with Funko. Very, very nice. Preparing us once again for the new upcoming season. Fingers crossed it's not super short. Let's see what else we got in here. We got some playing cards. A very Game of Thrones heavy box. We got 3. Well, I said Game of Thrones. These are Lord of the Rings. Should have had to be 8. These are Lord of the Rings Return of the King cards from the folks over at Topps. We're going to open these up. Open these up. I'm not the most experienced card package opener, I have to admit it. We've got the Horror of Shelob. Let's see here. Smeagol's Great Desire. In the Golden Hall. Exclamation mark. Regain your honor. Smashing through. A deadly advance. I love those elephants with the big tusks. Opening up pack number 2. Again, I don't know why. Why oh why do I struggle so much opening cards? Just not my thing, I guess. Inside Shelob's Lair. I'm sure I pronounced that incorrectly. Facing the Ultimate Evil. Love how there's that kind of gold overlay at the bottom there. Rampaging Trolls. Spectacular Battle. Towards Minas Tirith. A Wizard Among Them. Sauron's Foot Soldiers. And the final pack. The final pack. And you'd swear I just basically came out of a cave. I just kind of went like this, and then somebody handed me a pack of trading cards. Can't open them. I don't know why. Gandalf's Resolve. Let's see here. Army of the Dead. Winged Fury. The Great Eagles. Why they just could not have taken the ring initially. Just blindfold them. Somebody did that on, what was it? How It Should Have Ended. They just blindfolded the Eagles. It Is Time, Frodo. Terror from the Skies. And The Sea Calls Them Home. By the way, on the back, gives you a read-up. Kind of, I guess, a sketched as well of to what it would have looked like. Okay, on the back there. I love how they would show, you know, initial sketches of what these things would look like. Well, that one's not an initial sketch, but let's put those to the side. All right. There is upcoming cases. We'll look at that later as well. So what else we got in here? We have the, let's see here, the game, Are You Ready? Including the expansion, The Game on Fire. IDW Games. What is this regarding? The game is no toy. You and your friends will have to work together if you're going to survive. How well can you coordinate your movements without talking? Can you trust your friends to make the right move? Quick thinking and Spitfire cooperation will make or break you. This time, the game is fighting back. The all-new On Fire expansion will make the challenge greater than you've ever faced. Are you ready to play the game, or will the game play you? Now includes the On Fire expansion. I've never played this game. It's 1 to 5 players, though. 20 minutes. And it's recommended for ages 8 and up. Comes to us from pandasaurusgames.com. I'll have to give that a try. Let's see what else we have in here. Still got some more stuff. We have a couple of, let's see if there's 3. No, there's only 2. Game of Thrones construction sets from McFarlane Toys. Contains 1 of 12 collectible figures. There's the figures on the back that you can get. We got 2 bags, so we're going to open these up as well. I'm going to use Hank. No sense in watching me struggle and fumble around trying to get these things built. Or trying to get the packaging, I should say, opened up. Let's look at the pamphlet first. Okay, so there's a Iron Throne Game Room, Lannister Banner Pack, a Start Banner Pack, Mothers of Dragons Attack on the Wall. Oh, shows you also how to build them inside. Oh, okay, here's the cast of the characters inside. Tyrion Lannister, Jon Snow, Daenerys, Khaleesi version, Grey Worm, Ghost, Regal, Unsullied, Crow, Kingsguard, Wildling, another Wildling with a spear, and White. Shows you how to build them on the side there. Now, for the first one, looks to me like, not certain. Not quite certain yet. Let's cut the plastic though. Dump out the contents. Very, very small, small swords. So we're going to take... One thing I don't like about the McFarlane stuff is this little clip that they put on the feet to attach them to the stands. Why can't they just... I guess obviously the peg is too large. Could they not have just made the peg smaller as a possibility? I guess this just... Does this just fit over top? I guess it fits like that. So awkward. I don't know why they have to make things so difficult. Let's put the torso on. Do I have it the right way? Oh, I guess it sits on a... You know what? I'll leave this off the stand for the time being. That attaches... Which one are we looking at anyways? Oh, I think this is a wildling. Wildling with... No, it's not the wildling with the spear. Maybe it's the regular wildling. Or it could be crow. I guess it would help if I actually looked at the face. It's possibly the crow, I think. He's got a little cloak that goes on top, like that. He's got a couple of arms. Truthfully speaking, I don't know what to make of these McFarlane sets. They're build sets, I get them, but they're pre-posed. They're not the easiest, mind you, to get stuff together on these. And I don't know if anybody really bought these. I mean, it's neat that you get them in these subscription boxes, because again, I probably would not have picked these up if not for that. But the boxes at least give you like little samples of things that you might not have picked up normally. Can't get the head on here. Which way does he face? I guess he faces down, but there's the peg on the underside of his head. I just simply can't peg it into place. Don't know why. I'm lining it up here. Maybe it's got to go sideways? No? Other side? Well, that other side seemed to work. Which one is this? Oh, is it? Oh, I guess it is the wildling. It's this guy right here. Wildling with axe. Because he's clearly got an axe. Peg the torso into place. There we go. Popped his head off in the process. I mean, I would almost say, do they even need building? You know, for the fact that you can't really do anything with them, I don't know why they just didn't simply package them as is. You know what I mean? Like, why they didn't just package the full guy inside the package as is. And then lastly, he's got a little sword, which you got to clip to his torso. If I had little elf-like hands, elf-sized hands, this wouldn't be so much an issue. But there he is right there. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the wildling with axe. It's okay. It's okay. I guess maybe I'm not overly excited because it's a wildling. I would have liked, you know, a more established character. Let's see if we can actually fare better with bag number 2. Bag number 2. We already looked at the pamphlet, so we don't need to do that again. Again, more building required. Now this one has a spear. Did we actually get both wildlings? I think we did. I'm going by spear really as the... Or it could have been unsullied. He's got also a shield. Maybe it is unsullied. Okay, well that's a relief. At least it's not another wildling. Okay, so let's see here. This goes, I'm assuming, to the back of his torso, like that. Then we're going to put the torso on top of that. Squeak, 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 says the torso. Like that. I guess we could try to put the head on, and let's see if we do better with this head. Now, see, this head was easy to put on. Boy, I feel so silly now. The shoulder goes in. There we go. Do I have that upside down? I do have that upside down, which would explain probably why I looked at this side and assumed that the arm went on this shoulder, but then I thought, nah. No, that's impossible. That's not true. And then we're going to peg this on. I don't even feel like this isn't unsullied either. This is a guy with a shield. Who is this guy? Oh, you know what? It is the Wildling, but I was looking at it from a different angle. And put the spear through, which actually there's a little loop right underneath his arm that holds the shield or the spear in place. And then once again we got these, what's this? Oh, it's a sword? Also comes with a sword. Oh, that's fun. Let's get this sword in place without having to move the spear. Okay, there we go. There we go. And we can try our best to get that onto the stand using these little weird, awkward clamps. Don't get it. Why? Why ask why? I don't know. Why? There we go. Okay. Bingo bango. You've got yourself another Wildling. We got 2 Wildlings in this. What are the chances? Wildling with an axe, Wildling with a spear. We got 2 of these inside. Again, they're okay. I don't know why McFarlane... I mean, I guess the building kind of adds a little something to it as opposed to just taking them out completely whole. But still, they're not the greatest collectibles to start off with. Wrapping up, though, and going out on a high, we've got Game of Thrones playing cards. I am a big fan of playing cards. These subscription boxes also give me a good chance to get brand new playing card sets. So whenever I have friends over and we're about to play playing cards, you know, fish. Spy, you play Go Fish? Well, no, but I'm using that as an example. I can bring out not just the bicycle playing cards, but I can bring out the real fun playing cards, like in this case, the Game of Thrones. So we're just going to open up the pack here. We're not going to play anything right now. I mean, I could play solitaire, but I mean, that would make for a very long video. But we're going to look at just some of the cards here. It says, you win or you die. You've got the Joker. I don't know if I would actually have made him the Joker, Littlefinger. Daenerys, no. Yeah, Daenerys. I would probably have made as, no, not Daenerys, what am I talking about? Tyrion Lannister, I probably would have made as the Joker. Joffrey as the Ace. That's Richard Baratheon. I shouldn't start naming their names because I'm not going to remember all of them. Richard Baratheon, the Queen, not Sansa. I don't remember. Another character. We've got the family crest represented here. I'm going to just flip through this. Dargo. It's Khaleesi's brother. Khaleesi's. That guy. Spy, you don't remember their names? No, not at the moment I don't. Jon Snow. Right, Ned Stark. Ned Stark's wife is Arya Stark. There he is. There's Tyrion Lannister as the Ace of all things. I guess because they wanted to make him as a playable card rather than having him as the Joker. Tyrion Lannister, I think. Another one of the Queens, Jaime Lannister. And the last one is Sparrow. I don't know. He's the guy that always seems sneaky, like he's planning something. Good friends with Tyrion Lannister. I don't know his name. I don't remember his name. Spy, you don't know his name? No, I don't know his name. No, I don't. Not at the moment, I don't. So not some pretty good playing cards. We can close those up there. I'll add that to my playing card collection. Put that right there. All right, so let's have a look at the things that we got inside this very large collector's case by revealing this secret document, January's collector's case, featuring Dark Horse. Let's look at what we got. We had the Dark Horse Comics Game of Thrones mug. Very, very nice. A Game of Thrones Funko Legacy action figure. Topps Lord of the Rings trading cards. The IDW's The Game on Fire edition. We also had the Dark Horse Comics Game of Thrones playing cards, which we just had a look at. Game of Thrones McFarlane construction minifigures. 30th anniversary Dark Horse Comics t-shirt. And there was the option to get the mystery pop, which unfortunately we didn't get, or There was also the autographed 8x10 of Joffrey, something else we were unfortunately unable to get. However, you can buy, or when you subscribe to the collector's case, you can also subscribe with the Sure Thing, where the Sure Thing would give you the autograph or the pop vinyl figure. Spot doesn't do the Sure Thing, so essentially it's all up to chance. Just like the throne, it's all anybody could get it. Tyrion could get it. Tyrion might get it, I don't know. But if you want to subscribe, you want to get the collector's case delivered to your house every single month, it's as easy as clicking the link down below or heading over to www.thecollectorscase.com. And then on the back, upcoming cases, the next box is the Comic Heroes featuring Kevin Smith's autograph, Space with a LeVar Burton autograph. There's also one more Dark Horse Comics products. Yes, head over to www.darkhorse.com and look for the next pop box in January. 2 versions, 2 prices. 4 mint in box pops with Funko T for $30, or 4 non-print or non-mint, I should say, in box pops with Funko T for $15. No 2 cases are the same. Also missed out on a previous case? Visit the Collector's Case store at www.thecollectorscase.com/store. Once again, today we were having a look at the Collector's Case, a very Game of Thrones heavy case. This was the January 2017 case from the Collector's Case. Stay tuned, guys. Spot's going to have more videos heading your way. As always, thanks for watching. See you next time.